Welcome to Financial Journeys. My name is Aksh Bhosley. I am 8 years old. Today I am going to tell you the story of Google. Before we start, subscribe to my channel Financial Journeys. Let's start. Larry Page was born in 1973 in Michigan. He was first attracted to computers when he was 6 years old. Sergey Brin was born in 1973 in Moscow. His father was a retired mathematics professor and his mother a professor at NASA. Larry Page and Sergey Brin met in 1996 in Stanford University. Two of them started working on a business project which was a search engine called as Backrub. Then they renamed the company. Based on the word Google, they named the company as Google. He took initial capital of $100,000 from Andy Bechtolsheim. The original logo of Google was designed by Ruth Kidder. I like to show you the logo. This is the first company which Larry Page and Sergey Brin started, named as Backrub. This is Google, the original company, and this is Google Doodle. Google Doodle is a logo that changes temporarily on special occasions. This is an example of Google Doodle. This is made by my mother. I thank my mother for that. Okay, so now I'd like to introduce my brother Krishna. He'll give you further more details.
Thank you, Daksh.
You are most welcome.
My name is Krishna and I am 16 years old. By 2006, Google as a search engine became so popular that it was added in the Oxford Dictionary as a term which meant searching something on the internet. Initially, Larry Page and Sergey Brin wanted to focus on their studies and were looking for a buyer for their company. They approached several buyers such as the CEO of Excite, George Bell, with an offer for $1 million, but they were turned down. They also approached the then giant Yahoo twice, initially in an attempt to sell their company in 1997 for a sum of $1 million and then again in 2002 to raise a sum of $3 billion, and they were yet again turned down. This is considered as one of the biggest mistakes of Yahoo. Yahoo was acquired by Verizon in 2017 for a sum of $4.48 billion. The operations of Google can be broken down into the following major categories of search engine, advertising, web-based services, software development, electronics hardware, internet services and wireless payment services. Google is involved in all imaginable web-based services such as Gmail, Google Drive, Google Maps, and the list goes on and on. Google acquired YouTube in 2006 for $1.65 billion and it launched its cloud gaming service called Stadia in 2019. It develops the Android mobile operating system and Google Chrome, the most used web browser in the world. Google is also present in the internet business through Google Fiber. It entered hardware in 2010 through its own Android smartphone brand Nexus One, which was discontinued in 2016 and Pixel came into being.
Krishna, give us a breakdown of the revenues of Google.
Sure. Despite all of this, Google earns a majority of its revenue from advertisements. Yes, even after over 200 acquisitions over the last 20 years. Out of the $181 billion revenue of Google, it earns $123 billion, that is 70% of it from advertisement. By the way, as far as the published data goes, only one of these companies was Indian. in a country which represents over 1/5 of the world population, over 50% of which is under the age of 25. This talks a lot about our startup culture.
Yes.
So if you want that to change, consider subscribing to this channel.
Yes. And also hit the like button and stay tuned for our next video on Amul India. So, I am Dr. Bhosle signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye.